All right, here's a quick little tip for everyone out there that's currently working on their traditional grip. This is in my personal quest to help you guys continue to improve and develop the best traditional grip possible. I'm going to show you a really cool little tip or a little exercise, I guess, that you can do. And this is something that I learned during my day with Dave Weckl, name drop. He was showing us this cool little finger exercise, and I want to show it to you now. This is something that I've been trying to do ever since I left that day, and I've been able to do it okay, but it was definitely proving to be difficult for quite a while. But here it is. Basically what it is this. It's an exercise that works specifically these three fingers, okay? So your thumb, your index, and your middle finger. And what it involves doing is it's basically a stick dribble. So you're gonna be bouncing the stick with the fingers, and it's a transitional kind of thing. So we're gonna go from here all right, to here. And that's really all it is. So it's just going back and forth from this position to this position and then back. Now this was really, really hard to do for a long time. That right there, what I just did for you, I couldn't do that like even 2 months ago. It was really hard to do. But I've noticed that as I started feeling a lot more comfortable getting around the drums with the traditional grip, I'd go back to this little thing and it would get easier and easier each time. So let me just break down exactly what's happening here so you can try it for yourself. Grab a stick. If you don't have one handy, get one right now and follow me on this, all right? So first of all, there's two important things to consider here. Number one, you kind of want to be close or right on the balance point on your stick. So it shouldn't take you long to find it. You're going to need that for this particular exercise. And then the other thing is that, again, this exercise is 100% fingers. So you want to make sure that you don't use any wrist when you're doing this, okay? So this is going to be all with the fingers. So what we're going to do is just hold the stick with your grip. And now there's two ways that you can actually bounce the stick in this position. You can use your thumb, like that. Or you can use these two fingers as well. You're gonna just kind of bring them back towards you like this. Okay, so either way, this is with the thumb and like that with these two fingers. That's the other way. And then the other position is palms down. So you're going to be going from here to here. So you're going to be bouncing the stick with these two fingers, or if you want, you can use mostly the middle finger. But I tend to use both of these. And you're going to be dribbling it from here, palms down, like that. Now each exercise on its own, once you get used to it, it's a little easy to do. The hard thing about this exercise is the transition, going back and forth from the thumb to this position and then back again. Took me a very, very long time to get comfortable with. But as I said, I just noticed that as I started getting really comfortable, playing around the drums and all that kind of stuff, this all of a sudden became much easier to do. I can do it with this hand too, as a matter of fact. So I'm actually using this hand because I'm, freakishly able to play traditional grip in my other hand. I can actually use this hand as kind of a guide or as an indicator too. Once I get my left hand at the same level as my right hand, then I know I'm cool. I'm not quite there yet, but it's definitely getting way better these days. So again, we're gonna lock the wrist. We're not gonna use any wrist with this exercise at all. I'm gonna show you, first of all, again, with the thumb. That's just using, remember if you saw my traditional grip video, that little sort of joint right in the middle, you're gonna use that. You're gonna sit that stick right up under there and you're gonna bounce it from there. And then from that position, you're gonna just move your wrist over this way while you're bouncing the stick. And then while you're doing that, like midpoint, you're gonna sort of switch the movement from the thumb to the fingers, like that. Probably around the halfway point, you want to switch it to the fingers. So from there to there. And then back that way. So yeah, man, this serves as a really good indicator of how well your traditional grip is coming along. Because like I said, if this is really difficult for you to do, then you might have a little bit more work to do as far as developing the cradle, because the stronger this cradle is, the less likely the stick is going to travel while you're doing this. Your thumb, because you're bouncing the stick with a thumb a lot, like that, that'll sort of be a good indicator of how developed your thumb is. This is important because it's going to help you to get around the toms. And then these two fingers for rebound, index finger in particular for rebound. The better this is developed, again, it's going to affect how easy or how hard this particular exercise is going to do for you. So I just found that those specific areas that I was having trouble with, once they got easier and felt better on the drums, this exercise got way easier. So I'm going to show you another cool little bonus exercise that you can do. Something that I've started doing recently that just kind of feels cool, and I think it's just going to help to further develop these three fingers. You can keep your hand in this position, and all I do is I sort of trade off between the fingers. So I keep the stick in a continuous bounce, but I go from the thumb to the index to this finger, to the middle finger. So we start with the thumb like that. I'm bouncing it just with the thumb, and then just with the index, and then with the middle finger, and then back, index, thumb, middle, index, thumb. So it's just, you're just kind of going back and forth, and it's just a cool little thing that you can do while you're watching TV or whatever. And it's just going to develop these muscles and these movements, you know what I mean? And then, when you go to play, all of this transfers to playing. You got to remember that. Keep that in mind. There's no wasted energy here. There's no wasted time here. All of this stuff will eventually transfer over to you playing on the drums. And then, everything just kind of feels way more comfortable now and much better than it did before. So there you go, man. Give that a shot. Another quick little gem that I learned from Dave Weckl. Have fun with it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you next video.